What do I got for the Ariel Collective? Getting told. I have a message for y'all. Something's changed within your divine masculine. A big sense of clarity. Big sense of realization. So I need to give the feminines within this counterpart an update. Haven't been able to truly feel the connection yet to what's going on in your own personal life, if you're the feminine watching this. But they're going to help me understand when these cards are all flipped over. All I know right now is the masculine feels very clear on what way they are proceeding forward with your connection. Okay? We'll always go ahead and start out with our tarot. What do we have about the Ariel connection? Okay. Alright, so yeah, there is a decision that needed to be made with this Lovers in reverse. We have this Bird in reverse. You had a decision that had to be made, my Divine Feminine. You, from what I see, have not made a forward movement to the masculine. You see, the masculine doesn't see you as a burden whatsoever. They don't see your connection as a burden, but something your masculine has done is stated that they're never going to allow themselves to feel like they're the burden again either. You see, your silence has pierced them in a way that you don't truly understand. You didn't see your masculine's tears. See, with this marriage and inheritance in reverse, they can sense that the feminine is choosing to stay in a third-party dynamic that they're not in. Either they're not in love with, or the area is not serving them. The masculine's no longer doubting the pull and the feeling both ways, but the masculine is also done waiting around to advance their love life. See, the Chariot in reverse and Rest in reverse, the masculine has felt and heard all the signs from Archangel Michael also. Michael's really been guiding this person. Yeah. It's not that they're restless anymore. It's that they understand you're not going to make forward movement anytime soon. This person's ready to progress with their life. And they still love you from afar. But they're moving on. You said, I just have to get this done. I just have to get this done. But you're staying in a cycle repeat. There is some form of loyalty the feminine is giving that, quite frankly, is making the only stagnation in their life. Yeah. Yeah, the energy outwards is what the masculine's sending, and that's broken open against the clock, and I'm possible. They see that their fruition is possible. They're not fighting against the clock of this connection. They're just seeing where time has laid. They've broken free of the illusion, and then 12 is a divine counterpart number. 21 and 12 are divine counterparts number. They've broken free of the illusion of thinking they were wrong, but they've also broken the illusion of seeing that you will have fruition together. They understand now that you are somebody they must love from afar. They are not shielded or guarded. They are aware. And they're always going to love you, but they're going forward with their life. And then the energy the feminine is setting the masculine is facing the music and fishbowl. They feel like all eyes are on them. The feminine's like, I have two. This isn't, I just feel the feminine being like, this isn't fair. What's not fair is that the feminine's allowing themselves to be trapped in illusion. It has been time to face the music. The feminine has gotten a lot of signs from their guides about that change. The music, the divines are speaking to each other a lot through music. They're setting the energy of that they want to bring all this forward movement. And they've just been trying, almost a sense of like, too many eyes on me right now. Well, that's not going to change if you don't upgrade your area, my friend. With the beta fish especially. Yeah, beta fish are really resonating. And the feminine might be getting the moon card in a lot of readings. So either if you pull your own cards or like For You page readings, etc., YouTube readings, the moon is all about breaking the illusion, about bringing a secret or somebody bringing a secret to you, depending. The feminine knows they have to face the music. They know time is clicking. What extra do we have as well? Yeah, the masculine still, again, the masculine still loves this feminine, but they're going forward with their life. They ain't holding back no more. Yeah, extreme divine masculine energy. So, endings and beginnings. Number 32, the provoker. Number 47, amulet. And Mars, force. Number 5, Mars is controlled by the masculine. Amulet, they definitely have gone ahead and upgraded some form of themselves, meaning like maybe they've done some form of body enhancement. So I'm seeing like tattoos, like ear piercings, amulets. They have put a part of their strength into a physical form and are wearing it within them all the time now. They're not embodying fear, they're embodying faith of their divine masculine. That they're seeing how grateful they are, no matter if you ended up together or not. They're so grateful that you provoked this change out of them. They're so grateful, and they send you nothing but love. They really do. Pharaohs are really resonating Egyptian culture. You might feel like a past life connection to Egyptian culture. You might have what I call the skull aesthetic as well. Like a dark aesthetic, but it's like eccentric and beautiful. Yeah, the masculine is just fully embodying life and taking charge of their own happiness. And then this is the feminine, so we have blessings and equinox, which is all about balance between heart and the feminine might be getting. The feminine might be getting white feathers as a sign from their guides of just what way to go. There's so many ways to go. I'm seeing one of those. Do you know those old 90s games we used to play? It was just like it wasn't Bop It. It wasn't Bop It. I don't know why I'm forgetting the name of it, but it's like the little parts would glow up, and it was a circle. You know what I'm talking about. But that's what I'm just seeing. Like so many things at once, so many options to hit. The feminine feels extremely blessed also to have met the masculine. The feminine is almost screaming to me, all they want to do is balance forces with this masculine, but that's the thing, it's the want. It really truly can change from a want to a do, but it all comes down to the sentientness of that feminine. They're sending them balance, and they're definitely wishing from afar the best, but yeah. The sun and moon card are being pulled a lot in both of these readings, or both of these energies, the feminine and the masculine, are both getting the sun and moon card a lot. The feminine feels like their blessing is running away from them, but really it's like launching. It's almost like launching yourself away from your destiny. And I'm not saying this person's going to have a horrible, terrible life, feminine. But this is going to be a person definitely won't be leaving your mind anytime soon. Remember, you always can shift your timelines, but this would only shift with some other form of 3D world movement in the complete opposite direction. If you're expecting, my feminine, if you're expecting your masculine to reach out to you, it's not going to happen. Take charge of whichever way you are going forward, and know that no matter what, you are divinely guided, you are protected. The masculine is always going to love the feminine from afar, but they've chosen themselves, and they choose the ones that give them balance, give and take. Always. And the ones that spirit guides them to above anything else. Alright, that's what I got for you. So, I feel like you're still here. You're most likely wondering if there's something else the feminine can do. It's not that there's something you can do. It's not that you're doing anything wrong if you're the feminine here. Of course you can shift your timeline. You can make a whole different decision right now and decide to leave a karmic situation, a relationship that's no longer serving you. This is due. You got two options if you're the divine feminine here, okay? So the timeline you're in right now, irreconcilable differences, winter in reverse, and poison. You're stuck in a very toxic situation with possibly a Sagittarius. Possibly. Or this is just some form of, I'm just saying winter, just winter energy then. That there, you might have been in this confliction with somebody since winter time. Maybe you've gotten some promises and stuff that haven't been reciprocated. That it seems right now we are stuck with a karmic. The karmic is keeping you from your divine. It's point blank simple. There's this force of you unlearning these toxic masculinity habits, and I'm meaning it for every single one of us. Every single one of us here is doing that in this lifetime. Unlearning what is truly healthy attributes in a partner, etc. That's what you've been doing during this time. The masculine has truly made their mind up this time, and I can sense the masculine has reached out to you in the past and yada yada. That's not happening. Of course you have time to change your timeline and reunite with this higher vibrational connection, but you're going to have to shed what no longer serves. This is the future. This is the timeline if you go ahead and make those changes. For yourself, that's literally who this is for. This is your highest timeline. Not with the karmic. Okay? And no matter even if you end up being with this person or not, whatever this is, this person's not promoting your growth. I just feel two people walking on eggshells. So know that no matter if you end up going with the person that we have been channeling for you, the certain circumstances you're in isn't serving you. I sense years of cycle repeating. Okay? But you make that shift, you make that change, divine feminine. Separate from what no longer serves. We have financial ties, figuring out, support, getting it together, done. Lesson learned, completion, insight, and talk. Getting on the same page, conversations, clarity. The only way you will get back online with this divine masculine is if you reach out to them and you explain to them what's going on with this. That is the only way. And the decision is yours. The decision is the divine feminines within this counterpart. So know that there is an offer of stability, offer of support. It's all about you honoring the strength within you, my friend. You got this. Alrighty. Let's get it.